All right, so now we have the squid. This is the first run squid and the second run squid. And there's the numbers are 11, 5, -1, 2. I think they generally fly like a little more flippy than that. I haven't used the squid nearly as much, so it's been actually been a little while since I've thrown this disc, so we'll give it a try and see what it's like. This was their original disc that they made back early on, and then there were some issues with production, and finally got it back out in the second run. But I know there are a lot of people that really love this disc. Feels good. Reminds me a lot of like Castoplast plastic. But anyway, yeah, we tried out the Marlin, the Nautilus, and the Splash are all the discs that came out after this disc, and those three came out together. So we have a distance driver in the Squid, fairway driver in the Marlin, mid-range in the Nautilus, and then a putt and approach disc in the Splash.
All right, this will be my first time throwing these discs, so my initial review coming up. Let's see. All right, and Rebecca's throwing. Which one is that?
This is the first run Squid.
First
11,
run Squid.
5, -1, 2.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yep.
And we do have a little wind, by the way.
Yep. Still kind of right to left wind. And now second run Squid.
Okay. And
yeah.
Okay, for my initial
Fly
look,
similarly.
It looked like the first run was slightly more overstable to me. Okay.
First run. Here we have second run.
Second edition. Nice.
Yeah, I think the first run is a good bit more stable.
Before I throw, I do have a question. Is there a difference between the Triton plastic, the Bass plastic, and the Pearl plastic?
Yes. The Squid was made by a completely different manufacturer company than the other discs.
Okay. Because, I mean, right off the bat, I could tell it felt a little different, but...
I think they tried to get it similar to, like, the Pearl plastic, but I definitely... Or they tried to get the Pearl plastic maybe similar to that plastic because people really liked it. But honestly, I think the Pearl plastic is better.
Again, what little I've had... Let me throw this first to be sure, but the Pearl plastic was great. And this one definitely has more weight than the other ones.
Yes.
So that's going to make it even more overstable for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go on Scoggins.
Here we go. I really, you know what? I almost do need to throw over. Have to come back.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe you do need to throw that.
That was very Scoggins-esque.
That was really...
because I know I can't throw like that.
But you can. You just did. All right. Second run.
Yep. Second run. Triton plastic. 11, 5, -2, -1, 2.
And it just started raining for us. Wow.
Coming at you. Oh, going around you.
That's cool. You threw those really well.
Those flexed out really good. Oh, wait. One of these. My bad. It's all on me. All right. Going with the first run Squid again.
Squid.
Again, trying to own Scoggin it. Oh, that did not own Scoggin at all.
That was Sky Scoggins.
That was terrible Scoggins. I apologize, Owen.
Yeah.
That's on me, not you. All right. A little less height and angle. Then again, the wind did really pick up.
Blame it on the wind. Yes. Whoa! Look at that flight. Okay. Boy, that went really far.
It went really far, but I got to be completely honest, the wind helped out a lot. It helped hold it up as it was going out there.
I don't know. It's just a straight right to left. I don't think the wind would have helped that much.
Okay, that was my feeble attempt at modesty. Thanks for calling me on it.
No, that was a good throw.
That was
really
pretty good. That was
great.
really good
You
for
might
me.
have to have that disc.
Yeah. So I need
I might have to give it to you.
second runs on them.
Yeah.
What I need. All right. We'll wait a few minutes.
All right. First run Squid. We're gonna give it a little flickaroo.
Mm-hmm. She just wants to throw it further than me.
So it's more stable.
Uh-huh.
And then we have the second run. Which is much, much, much more flippy. Just very glide. They are very different.
Yep.
Yeah, first run is definitely much more stable.
Yep. All right, and that was us throwing the squid. You may go first? You want to go first?
You go first.
First off, to me, there's a massive difference between first run and second run to me.
First run, second run.
Yeah, first run to me, a lot more overstable.
Yes.
Second run, to me, it almost felt like -2-1 as opposed to a -1-2.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts, but I threw that second one really good, not going to lie.
I'd say I agree. I think this is more a 2 for the dump at the end,
Mm-hmm.
and this one's definitely closer to a 1.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'd even say is a -2-1.
Yeah.
Even.
Yeah, that's what I was
Because
kind of thinking.
it definitely turns a good bit.
Mm-hmm. But plastic, it's good plastic. To me, it's not as good as the pearl plastic, but it's okay. It's not, you know, it's not something I'm gonna be like, I need more than that plastic. I'm not, and I'm also not going to be like it's terrible plastic, because it's not. It's good plastic. To me, it's not top tier. It's not bottom. It's good plastic.
Yeah.
So, you?
Yeah, I like the disc. I honestly had forgotten which was more stable, or that
Mhm.
there even was one that was more stable.
Mhm.
So it was cool to be able to throw them both,
Mhm.
backhand and forearm, and they held up really well to both.
Mhm.
It's definitely more touchy to find good discs that can be used as forehand discs.
Mhm.
I don't think I'd want to use this one, the first run, as much for a forehand disc, but the second run definitely worked out a lot better for the forehand. And even I worked better for the backhand for me too. So I'm definitely a fan of the second run.
Jason actually said something that was very smart. No, but what he said was it'd be interesting if we got one more of each of them to see if the stability held up on both of them the same.
Yeah,
So
I do actually have one more of both of these
in the future, you shall see.
in the future.
But although, again, my first time throwing Neptune discs, check out the other video, our review of those. But again, the plastic, the pearl plastic overall, I find to be amazing. These runs, again, the second run for me, much better than the first. I mean, I would actually throw the second run, because again, it's not going to just dump on me.
Should I give it to him? Should I give him one? He has to use it though if I give it, or he's got to give it back. There aren't very many of them.
Yeah, it's only few on the entire earth.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but it sounded good when I said it. But
it's pretty accurate.
So that's our review on them. Out of say out of 10, would you give them? Because there's two different ratings
Out
for
of
them.
10, we didn't even.
Yeah, we didn't do that for the other ones. We didn't think about it. We thought like or no like on the other ones.
Yeah, I would say I would give it like a 6 for me on this one, and like a 7 to 8, like maybe 7.5 on the Squid to an 8. I do really like them. Whereas like the Nautilus, so the Marlin, again, really great beginner disc. It also depends on like what you need and where you're at as a disc golfer. So like the Marlin for a beginner is, you know, like a 9 at least. The Nautilus, just because it's such a fantastic disc, I think it's a 10. It's a 9.5 or a 10. Such a fantastic disc. And the Splash is just what you would want in a disc like that. So I think that's a good 8.5 at least. And then the splash and the putter is, you know, top tier, top level for me. I love it. I've tested many tens of different putters. I've tried just about every putter out there in times past, and just the feel and the profile of that type of putter is definitely my favorite. So it's fantastic. It's also like a 9 or a 10 or a 10 in terms of putters.
All right, for me on these two, second run, at least an 8. First run, like a 4. I mean, it's just so overstable for me,
Yeah.
and I have to put on a lot of hyzer to
Gotta own it.
Anheuser. I had to put on a lot of
You
Anheuser.
just gotta own it.
Yeah, yeah, a lot.
Own your throw.
A lot. I threw like 2 like Onskagen-esque, and I was like, my shoulders like, don't do that again. So, but the second one I really like. The other disc, the pearl plastic, oh, so good, so good. The Marlin, really like that. Nautilus, not quite for me. And she's gonna get those and bring them over. Again, Marlin for me. I really like this disc. Very good, very good. Again, the plastic on these, phenomenal. And Nautilus, not for me. A little too overstable for me for what I would want it for, because I want it for the like a sole, a Discraft sole. So not quite for me.
Yeah,
but
sole's very flippy.
But again, it's not a bad disc at all. It's just not quite for me. And last, the Splash. I really enjoyed the base plastic, bass plastic, excuse me, for putting. I really enjoyed it. I like the grippiness of it. It feels really good. So that's really good. I'd probably give that like an 8, because it felt really good on that.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and show those two.
Yeah.
So that's my stamp, and then Moogly dies.
Moogly. So that's
the bass plastic or the base plastic.
So that's kind of our reviews on them. Overall.
What about the pearl plastic and the Splash? You also back in that. You threw both of them really well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel good throwing them, but again, I am just not a putter thrower. I think that's just it.
I think you get more glide. I think you should become more of a putter mid-range thrower.
Maybe with my noodle or maybe.
Backhands. Once we give you some lessons, we'll get you some good glidey putter mid-ranges to throw.
I'm saying there's a chance.
You're saying there's a chance.
So overall, my review, first time throwing Neptune disc. Again, the pearl plastic, love it. Much better than I had anticipated, because I really haven't heard hardly any reviews on them. So I like them. I very pleasantly surprised. If I give the whole lineup an overall grade, out of 10, I would say probably 7.75, because I mean, they feel good. They feel really good, because like for my arm speed, Merlin on down.
It's Marlin.
It is Merlin, my bad. I've been saying Merlin the whole time.
Don't worry about it.
Like Merlin the Magician over here.
Yeah.
So, but overall, I think from that down to the putter would really work pretty well in my overall game.
Yeah.
So, I like it. So, anything else?
Not that I can think of. I love Neptune discs. I think they have amazing plastic, really great discs, a cool lineup, and I'm excited for them to get even more discs, because they definitely take a lot of pride in what they do and work hard and want to get an amazing product and work very hard to do that. And so it's really cool to see that not only in the people that run the company, but then also in the discs that they make.
All right, so that's all we got, and you guys have an incredible day.